Okay, the big fish. This thing's a fairly big, easy riding board. You know, I've done a few changes to it since last year. I actually added a little flyer in there just to give it a bit more turn, and a pivot point towards the tail. It's a nice, easy swallowtail, you know, big double concaves through it. Good paddler, lots of volume, just a big, wide, fat fish, but still with that performance elements. There's a lot of volume in it. They're really quite wide, so they kind of do have a shortboard, a bit more of a shortboard through the tail, but they've still got a fair bit of area in the nose. Say if you're starting out and you've sort of worked off a mini mal and you sort of want something with a bit of performance still, this is probably where you want to go. You know, there's lots of width still forward on it, so your rail starts earlier. You know, so you should be able to paddle and catch waves really well. It actually does have a bit of extra, you know, all-round rocker. So it's sort of got a bit more curve, even curve through it. So it'll be a bit sort of more flowier. You will still get acceleration once you do get onto the tail. Double concave gives you a bit of acceleration off there, but it's really quite a stable board to ride. You've got a fairly decent swallowtail, not too deep, because with deep swallows, I find that you struggle with where you mount the plug, the leggy plug on the deck. You know, it tends to get in the road. But in the same sense, I've refined the tail out quite thin so that you can still sink it as well. So the tails have been refined out. You've got the little flyer and you've got the swallowtail. It's just a few things getting rid of a bit of foam and a bit of volume and a bit of planing surface by chopping in the swallow and the flyer. So you end up with a small tail back here, but you end up with a lot of board up here. So if you get back here, it should still sink and actually get you going. You could ride this in anything. You could take this out, you know, big surf, little surf. It's a sort of board that's wide and stable, and you know, you can ride it in anything really. Whatever you challenge yourself to ride it in, you could take it out and have a go.